Every city has its secrets. Every person does too. But in Eden City, those secrets can be mythical. It's a throw of the dice with every mystery, because you'll never know what you'll find rolling in the mist. Welcome, everyone, to Rolling in the Mist, a City of Mist actual play podcast. I am your Master of Ceremonies, or MC, Kevin Carpenter. And joining me today are...
the homicide detective, Jason Peguero.
And your character?
Arthur Strange.
Is Arthur Strange also a homicide detective?
No, I'm just joking. No,
That's just me, Kevin.
My name is Jason Peguero. I'll be playing the homicide detective who has a haunting past, Arthur Strange.
Very nice.
I'm Ryan Bravo, and I will be playing Leo Castello, the passionate and driven heart doctor, surgeon extraordinaire, and apparently know-it-all good guy.
For those who skipped session 0, how dare you?
Yeah.
We're just going to be going straight into the action. If you have any questions about the game mechanics, you can listen to session 0 to us clumsily explaining it, or you can go to cityofmist.co and check out the free starter set online and read the rules there. With that being said, let's get into the action. Arthur Strange. You are currently in your detective precinct. At your desk, the office is busy. You see the secretary off in the corner. She's typing on an old-fashioned typewriter. You hear the and then she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a smartphone and starts tapping through that. You see a cop. You see a cop pass by in a 40s build hat, and going the opposite direction is a fully equipped SWAT team headed off to some poor, unfortunate person's home or whatever kind of scene is going on in the city. It's not your precinct isn't the nicest. And with that being said, what is your desk like? How do you sort of situate yourself in your workplace?
Well, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm looking at it. I see papers, stacks of folders just stacking up. Just like cases coming in. They're not slowing down. I've got a bottle of booze in one of my dressers. I've got a picture of what I assume would be my family or whatever family I had left. I've got angry complaint letters on a nice little stack, just right on the side. I got my little pencil jars, just of pens and pencils and whatever little knickknacks I got. I got a stress ball in one hand.
And is there just like a trash can that's full of like stress balls that have been like
torn
open?
Yes, exactly. It's just that. And then it's also filled with booze bottles.
Oh.
I drink on the job, which I have been reprimanded several times.
Mm-hmm. And
on the corner to my right is a spirit, just kind of just standing there. It's not saying anything, but he's just there.
Okay. Yeah, I think the spirit is Marcus, someone who worked at the detective precinct before, a black man with kind of like salt and pepper beard and hair. You know, he's just leaning on your desk as he does normally, just kind of annoying you, just like, back in my day, cops, we had more authority around. All those young punks, they respected us. And if they didn't respect us, we threw them in the slammer. You get it, don't you?
And I'm just like, Marcus, you have told me this for the last 20 years. You've been dead for 40.
Yeah, and you know what? I was 2 days away from retirement when I died.
So it sucks for you.
Not. I thought you understood, but apparently none. And then someone just kind of walks through Marcus, not seeing him, and it's a pot-bellied man with a scraggly black hair, wearing a blue uniform. It is your Captain Jackson. Jackson comes up to you and goes, "Strange!
What?
What are you doing?
I'm
Sitting on your ass, that's what you're doing.
Okay.
What's the latest case? You broken any ground on the Red Rider?
Not yet.
Broken any ground on the recent break-ins?
Gonna start working on it.
Broken any ground on the disappearances?
There's been no breaking.
You haven't been breaking any goddamn ground, huh?
Nope.
Even if the ground was made of jello, you couldn't break it.
Apparently.
The ground was made out of glass alcohol bottles. I'm sure you could break that.
Yeah, you're probably right about that one.
Why does nothing I say get a rise out of you?
Because for the last 20 years, you have been on my ass breaking my balls. Now, if you let me do my job, maybe I could start breaking this ground you've been telling me to break.
You better break that ground. And he walks off, and as he does, his portly hips knock over your jar of pencils onto the ground, and he walks into his office.
I get up, I walk over, I close my door, I just take a deep breath, go, fucking asshole.
Wait, do you have an office? I thought you had or do you have like a desk in like the middle of the precinct?
I think a desk. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe a desk.
Yeah.
I just get up, pick up my pencils, I just murmur to myself, fucking asshole.
Yeah, and as you do, like Marcus like leans over to like pick up a pencil, and then his fingers just kind of go through. It's like, well, I'd help you if I could, but as you can see, I'm no hands, and his hands actually like disappear from your view.
Thank you, Marcus. You're the only one I can pretty much relate to around here.
Yeah, and I'm dead. What does that say about you?
I'm dead inside.
Well, dang, you didn't have to answer that rhetorical question, but I guess you did. And as he says that, another person walks through him, and you hear his ghostly voice go, "Son of a bitch!" And you see a young woman, a Hispanic woman, in a pink jacket with a pink backpack, and her hair braided back in these like colorful braids. And even though she has like all of this color on her, her face is just in this like stone solid do not fuck with me expression, and she's just like looking around, very obviously not comfortable being in a police station. And this like light bright badass just kind of like taps at your desk and goes, hey yo, you Detective Strange?
Yes.
I gotta ask, is that like a fake name, or is that your actual name?
That's my legitimate name.
Yeah, so did you get like legally name changed? You know what? No, it's not important. Listen, I never thought I'd be saying this in a police station, but I need help.
Well, you can go to any other officer. Why'd you come to me?
Well, it's kind of in your name. You're strange, but yeah, no one else will really listen to me.
What do you got?
Okay. She sits down. She puts down the pink backpack on the floor, and she unzips it, and she's just like, so yeah, I've kind of been with this guy for a while. His name's Skid, and
I interrupt her real quick. Let me guess. Skid's been cheating on you. You're looking for him. He's been missing for some point, and you had a big argument.
No, and yes. Yeah, we did have we had a big argument. And I broke up with him because he was kind of a burnout. He casually wore a trench coat, if you catch my meaning.
Okay.
But yeah, so I broke up with him, but he kept like contacting me, and originally I was thinking about getting a restraining order before. I thought that's for like punks, and then he sent me a video, and I haven't really known what to do, and I'm probably doing this a little bit late, but she pulls out like this like flash drive, and she's like, can I put this in your computer?
Yeah, let me see it.
So what kind of computer do you have?
I got like an old Windows XP sort of computer.
Like boxy monitor?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
just for work. That's all
Windows
it is.
running Windows 95.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I
40s.
I pop it in, and there's just a single video file.
Yeah, there's just like a single video file on this USB, and she's just like, yeah, he sent this to me, and I downloaded it, and yeah, and she just like kind of takes the mouse and like opens it up, and she kind of like looks around and like makes sure no other cops are sort of looking at this, and she kind of turns down the volume a little bit. It's like, so here's what he sent. She opens up the video file, and you immediately see this like dark room. Like it from what you can kind of gather from some of the outlines, it looks like a bedroom, but it looks like this person specifically made it too dark to actually get any details. And the only light comes from this light that seems to be directly below the camera, as it illuminates this figure that walks in like he's like holding a flashlight under his chin during like a campfire story, like he's trying to be dramatic. And you see this this like young white male, probably like maybe 17 or something like that. He's tall and gangly. He has a trench coat, black hair that comes down to that like emo lock over the one eye. Okay. Sharp features, strangely enough. He's actually pretty handsome for what would be, in all other respects, a loser. And you know, he like leans in creepily to the camera. It's like, "Hey, Dora, listen, I wanted to tell you, I forgive you. I understand now. You know, I originally I took you breaking up with me pretty hard. I gotta admit, I called you a lot of names that I apologize for, and I did some things that I regret. But now I had an epiphany. See, it's not us. It's not me. It's not you. It's society. We're meant to be together, Dora. You've shown me so much of who I can be, but society won't allow us to be together because of all the fakers and the assholes. But you know what? I found some. Dora pauses the video and is like, I think I should I give? No, I'm not gonna give context. I'm just gonna play the rest of the video. And he goes, so you remember that library I was telling you about, the one you thought was stupid, that was nothing? Well, I found a book, and I found something that is going to change society in a major way. And I want you to join me. So, Dora, I'm giving. I was about to say I'm going to give you one last chance, but I don't want to be too threatening here. I want you to come back to me in my literal open arms. So, tonight, let's say midnight. Let's be dramatic. Maybe at the Eden City Central Hospital. You've got my number. And then the video ends.
I sit there and I just kind of take in what I just saw and I go, let me ask you something. Is your boyfriend into some kind of a cult?
Ex-boyfriend.
Is your ex into a cult, satanic worship, anything of that nature?
I mean, he was, into like heavy metal, goth shit. It was kind of cute in a pathetic way. I mean, okay, all right, yeah, okay, he could be like when he had like the eyeliner in certain ways, it was kind of anyway. But no, he was never really like serious into anything like that. He was always kind of almost joking around about it.
When'd you break up with him?
About a week ago.
And you got this hard drive? You got this USB today?
Yeah.
What time is it right now? I look over to see my desk clock.
You look at the clock and it's about 11:48 right now. And Dora just kind of like looks down and be like, I like I said, I probably did this a little late. I was debating on confronting him myself, or I think he might actually get into some real trouble though, and I don't know what else to do. And like the main reason I came to you is that if he actually found something, it seems like you'd be the guy to kind of take care of it. But if it's no problem, I'd like to keep this here, maybe.
Well,
I don't know if that makes any sense.
The hospital is still publicly open, so he would not be trespassing. However, it seems strange that he would pick such a spot. This book, you know anything about this book he was talking about?
I don't know anything. It could be the Arsonist Cookbook for all I know.
Well, you're one of the...
God, it could be the Arsonist Cookbook. I really hope he's not going to light a hospital on fire.
Well, you're one of the few smart ones who come to us instead of try to take care of it themselves. So here's what I want you to do. Go home, stay home.
You don't want me to come with?
No.
Hold on. Wait, hang on. I think I should come with. Maybe I can like talk to him or something like that.
Yeah. And just judging by for that video, he doesn't seem he's there. He's a little.
All right. I want you to roll to convince her.
Okay.
So what tags are you using?
I'm gonna use.
Mean right hook. Just knock her out right there.
I'm gonna use Smart Cynic.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna use Bullshit Detector. In case she tries to lie to me about her, or like at least whatever kind of reasoning she would give me, I can say, yeah, that's bullshit.
Okay. But you said you've been drinking on the job?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you activate your weakness tag, drunk.
Drunk. Okay. So I'll
it's a little hard to convince someone when there's whiskey on your breath.
yeah.
So to all you people who are new to City of Mist, because he activated 2 power tags, that means he gets +2 to his roll. But since I'm activating one of his weakness tags, that's a -1 to his roll. So your roll is now +1.
Got it. Here we go.
Come on, baby.
8.
Okay. So with an 8, that means it's a partial success. So on a 7-9, to give in a little but protect, they give in a little but they protect their own agenda. Okay. So I say she kind of like looks at you. And, what was that?
What the hell?
Audience, our roommate is throwing Starburst under the door. Thank you, Houston, for the Starburst.
City of Mist.
You'll never know what you'll find.
I found Gushers.
Okay. So I think she like knits around. She's like, all right, I'll go home, but you have to promise me something.
What?
Don't kill him.
Okay. I'll do my best not to kill him.
Okay, because I just want to let you know I've been recording this whole conversation. If you like, I will put this on YouTube.
Okay. Will do everything in my power not to kill the poor guy.
Okay. And she gets up and she leaves.
And as she walks away, I just mutter to myself, fucking YouTube.
And Marcus appears and it's like, I know, right? Back in my day, we
God
just watched
damn
TV.
It never ends.
So let's go on to our other player, Ryan Bravo. Bravo,
Yes.
Your character is currently in surgery. Not being operated on, but operating on someone. What is the operation? What are you doing here?
So right now I'm working on open heart surgery.
Oh, shoot.
A drunk guy who was trying to film something stupid on YouTube was hauling ass at 60 miles per hour in a car crash, and now he's got half a pole stuck through his chest. And I'm just like, fucking YouTube. And so right now he's kind of like, he's sort of flatlining, kind of dying on us, but we're keeping everything going. But I gotta get that tube out.
You know what I completely forgot about, by the way?
I exist.
What the heck I'm doing a thing where I introduce one character and introduce another.
Right.
But something we forgot about even in session 0. What do your characters look like?
Okay, if you guys had money to give to buy cameras that look exactly like us.
Do you want me to explain my description before he continues?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Let's go into your character first.
Of course, whatever.
So my guy is about, I'm gonna say 5'9", 5'9" to 6 foot, somewhere around around that area. Not clean shaved, more scruffy. He's got like the 5 o'clock shadow, pretty good. Clothes are kind of like wrinkly. Puts the tie on and everything, but it's just kind of like it's just to put it on just because I'm gonna wear a tie. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Slacks, the suit, the typical kind of homicide suit that they would wear.
Mm-hmm.
Hair's kind of messy, kind of scruffy looking. The smell of booze off his breath is very strong. Like even when he's not drinking, it's just there. It's just imprinted in his gums.
You could light a fire with a single spark.
Yeah, I could blow and make someone drunk from the smell.
So Leo?
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Castile. In your hospital scrubs, what do you look like?
I am about a. I mean, being Latin, I sometimes I'm like 5'8", about that area, 5'9". I'm slim, but a little muscular. I'm not too strong, but I can do normal physical activities at an okay average level. I'm like a nice little caramel skin, a little lighter around my hands, but a bit darker on my face. I have just a small amount of little Jucro, but just enough so that they allow me in, so I have to cut my hair because we have to keep things clean. And having curly hair, a lot of hair falls off.
Yeah, because you don't want hair to fall into an open heart.
Exactly. Science. And I happen to have a bit of a huge scar running from the left side of my shoulder all the way down to like my right ass cheek, in a bit like a cross, like something slashed me or struck me there at a very young age.
Is it across like the back or the chest?
The back.
Okay.
With actually what appears to be 2 puncture wounds near the heart. But they're all 3 are scars, but they're all well hidden under my scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so you're in the middle of this open heart surgery, and the hospital smells of disinfectant mixed with the smells of an open body of blood and pus, and that like latex smell of all the gloves. There's you and there's 2 other assistants that are helping you through this surgery. That this person is laying on the hospital bed, their chest opened up, and you were just a face of concentration and precision. What do you do?
Well, I immediately told the nurse, where the hell is that clamp? She gives me the clamp, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, no, go for it. She gives you the clamp.
She gives me the clamp. I immediately start going to stop any major arteries from bleeding, and I'm like, where the hell is the saw?
And then the other assistant hands you the saw.
Like, and I'm not even looking. I'm just like, thank you. And I start trying to perfectly cut, not severing any arteries, to try to get a clean, nice cut on the actual bar that's penetrating this young, dumb man. Mm-hmm. And on that, I activate my trap card. I activate my training, and I use advanced medical doctorate and veteran doctor's calm.
Okay.
To cause a clean cut, to remove the pipe from his chest without him hemorrhaging. So here we go. It's a 6.
Plus?
Oh yeah, plus 2, 8. Oh thank God.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, remember, your story tags give you bonuses.
That's right.
Okay, so 8, that's a partial success. I'm just gonna do this broad since it's a very broad thing. It's a partial success. You do this like this surgery, but you've only gotten like halfway there. Like there's still a bit of the operation to go, and like you actually like nick something, and there's some blood coming out. It's not your best work.
It's one of those nights.
But you accomplished the specific surgery task. But the assistant like you hear like the heart rate monitor going like beep 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 beep. And the assistant's like, oh, I think we might lose him soon. I think that's what that means, right? Oh, why did I forget everything I learned from medical school right now?
And I'm like, and I slam my hand on the tray. It's like, calm down, nurse. I shouldn't say that too loud next to the microphone. Calm down, nurse. We're professionals here. Now, I need silence. And I turn around, kind of blocking their view. And near the heart, I put my hand over the chest, over the wound that's hemorrhaging right now. And I use my other ability, Serpent's Gift, Healing Factor.
Very nice. So as you're doing this, you put your hands over the wound, and since you're so laser focused on this surgery, it's unbeknownst to you that there's mist actually pulling into the room, and just kind of in the city, the fog and the mist is almost everywhere. But you've noticed it, both of you, a few times here and there. But when your abilities sort of come into effect, the mist that you're able to see through kind of pulls around wherever you go. So as you work your magic, what tags are you using? Your healing factor tag,
Healing
correct?
factor, yeah, just that one.
Are you're not adding your medical training tag?
You, sir, have a very good point. I activate that as well
Okay.
to get the specific artery that is hemorrhaging.
Okay. So that's +2.
Hell yeah. 7. God, I just can't get your break.
Okay, that's a partial success. Let's see.
Give it to me straight, Doc. Is he gonna live? Am I gonna tell little Billy she's dying? Or he? He's not gonna get enough views?
Here's what I'm gonna do. So you have the weakness tag that your powers exhaust you from now again, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you start channeling your abilities, and what does that look like, by the way, for you?
Whenever I could either use it as like a healing mist itself, like a spray, like it looks like when somebody's sweating really hard and it's really cold outside, and you see that little bit of mist coming out of a person's body. But I also have a melee, I guess you can consider it, touch, and every time when I activate this skill, you start to see a nice like a green little bit of a glow, like a fairy dust, like a green fairy dust, but it's almost like wind. It's not like a thick green mist, but you see like sparkles of green dots in this little bit of wind that's being created.
Dang. So yeah, this green like sparkling mist pools out of your palms and onto this person's chest, and you can actually see like the artery that you nicked, and the like the parts of the heart that you were trying to fix actually start to like close up and become better. But as this happens, though, the magic's just kind of, or the magic, the power, the whatever you wish to believe it is, begins to wane a little bit, and you kind of have to pull within yourself to throw out even more of your power. And as like sweat just pools down your head and your cheeks and down to your chest,
I say, "Nurse, sponge."
The assistant comes with a sponge, and then the sponge starts melting because you have that acid sweat. No,
that heat.
Yeah, she like just pulling the sponge on your forehead as you just pull more of this power out of you, and it kind of drains a bit from you. So I'm going to activate your weakness tag, and you take a status, winded 1. So mark that down somewhere on a piece of paper. And it'll come up later. But with that, the things that you are trying to fix in this person's chest, and I don't know the exact medical terms because I am not a heart doctor. Yeah, they seal up, they fix.
Whew. I kind of stumbled back, kind of like almost like my knees are giving out. Weak knees, arms are heavy. I probably say, man, I could really go for some mom spaghetti, but. The nurse just give me that look like, this dumb bitch is making this reference right now. As I'm getting the same looks right now in this room. And I'm just like, okay, like I'm barely holding on. Like I'm holding on to the tray that's holding up the equipment. And I like tell him, I said, all right, just sew him back up, get him to a room and make sure he's stabilized. And I start to walk out the flap doors. And go over to the sink to start washing my hands. I approach it and kind of look around, still kind of maintaining, and I just hurl into the sink, just projectile. It's been a long night.
Okay, so first off, mark attention on your whichever theme has the weakness tag. Drains your life. Was that it?
Drains energy.
Drains energy. So mark attention on that theme, and Jason, you make sure to mark attention on the theme that has the drunk weakness tag as well.
Got it. I just realized we should probably have pencils.
Yeah, and when you guys mark 3 attention, that means your theme levels up.
Got it.
So yeah. So you hurl into the sink, just kind of after the very hard, long period of time of doing the surgery, plus. Literally just shooting energy out of you, and as you're washing your hands of this blood, you hear a scream out in the hall,
and I in my head I'm like, God, can't they just keep quiet for one damn moment? And I said, oh, that's right, someone's in danger. And I rush out past the doorways into the hall, and still a weakened state, so I'm kind of like limping, like oh shit, what's going on? And I open the door, and what do I see?
You rush out into the dark hallway. There's like barely anyone around because it's the night shift in the hospital.
Should have probably paid the bill.
Yeah, it's a skeleton crew. And you turn the corner and you look around and you gasp, and we cut to Detective Strange. You are in your bulletproof Dodge Charger, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah. Driving around the city. You look at the clock. It's about 11:58. And you pull into the hospital parking lot. What do you do?
All right, so I'll close the door. Just kind of looking around. What do I see in terms of the parking lot?
It's an underground parking garage. You just see like a couple of cars here and there. I mean, it's night. Well, this is the Eden City Central Hospital, so there's probably still a couple of cars because a lot of people get injured in the city. But yeah, no, for right now, you just kind of see that it's an empty parking garage.
All right.
If you want to go even further, you can roll an investigate move.
Yeah, I'll roll to investigate.
What tags are you using?
I will be using crime scene investigation.
Okay.
And I will also be using cautious.
Okay.
Right now.
Roll for it. So that's a +2.
+2. 10.
+2.
12.
Dang.
Oh shit.
Okay, so with that two tags, that means you get to ask 2 questions.
Okay.
So future reference with the investigate, you don't have to ask all of your questions at the same moment.
Right.
You can hold them as long as you're still on that scene investigating.
Okay. My main question is the ex-boyfriend's car around that would make it look stand out? Is his car standing out at any point?
Okay. Yeah, I think you kind of just like run around this parking lot and you see a beat up old Buick LeSabre.
Okay.
That's like brown and ratty and rusted. And it's just kind of like looking in, you see that there's like, I don't think you've ever seen this before, a heavy metal air freshener hanging off the rearview mirror. It's like the shape of an air freshener, but it has like skulls and stuff on it. And he's got like those little like covers on the seats that are like flames.
So it's pretty metal.
Yeah. But also like the back seat is just covered in like water bottles and like Taco Bell wrappers, like old clothes. This guy does not clean out his car.
Okay. And then what was I can ask another question, right?
Yes, you have one more clue.
At any point when he got out of the car, did anything fall or any kind of residue or whatever he's doing at this hospital, did anything get left behind that he probably forgot about?
Let me think about that. Yeah, I think you walk around the car, you're like looking under it, you're looking at the tires and the floor, but it doesn't really seem like he's left anything.
Okay. All right. So with that said, I expect the car for a bit. I kind of can get that I kind of come to put 2 and 2 that this has to be his car, and I notice his car is parked near the elevator. So I go up to the elevator and I take it to. I'm gonna go to the first floor and to the least to reception to ask if anybody matching the description of the ex-boyfriend that I saw in the video has entered this building.
So yeah, so you go up a floor and you go to where the receptionist would normally be, but you go to the desk and there's no one there, and as you you look at the desk and you're like, where do they not have a receptionist during the night shift? You hear a scream. Ah! That was Scream take 2 right there.
As soon as I hear the scream, I immediately turn to that direction and I start running towards it.
All right, so you run around the corner and you practically run into your friend, Dr. Leo Castello. Castello, yes.
For you non-Spanish speakers.
All right, yeah. And you almost like collide into him as you turn a corner.
Yeah. Boom! And I'm like, oh shit. Leo?
Ow.
What was your name?
Yeah.
Arthur.
Why do I keep forgetting?
I'm like, that's the most simplest name. I have like the simplest name and last name.
I think
it's the most forgettable.
I think this is the 3rd time I've asked your damn name.
I run into you and I say, Leo.
Arthur?
What happened to you?
Long story. Bad surgery. What are you doing here?
You guys look down the hallway and you see a young woman who you presume to be the receptionist. She is struggling with a tall, pale man in a hospital gown and nothing else. and this man is grabbing at her wrists and like pushing her against the wall and just grunting, just.
I immediately look at Leo. Leo, give me a pan. Give me something.
I tell him, it's like, well, I don't know if you could tell, I'm pretty messed up right now.
Give me the fucking something now.
I'm gonna have to rush back in there.
Just grab it.
Fuck. So I turn around completely like tired as shit, and I quickly grab a pan and what seems to be a scalpel.
So when you guys are talking, like you're talking about like a bedpan or something like that, or what kind of pan?
I would hope so. That's what I mean. I won't get to a pan where you put the instruments on. That's all I got. So I quickly rush back, and I'm like,
I'm like I don't have patience. I just run up and grab it. Give it to me. I start running towards.
What do you grab, Mike? The scalpel or the pan?
I just grabbed the pan.
Okay.
I just grabbed the pan.
Okay, I'll stay with the scalpel.
And I start running towards the guy. What's the guy doing to the girl at this moment?
Yeah, he has her pushed against the wall,
right.
and he opens his jaw, and is like
he's about to
while I'm just like going like,
all right,
like he looks like he's about to like bite into her.
As soon as he's about to like take the bite, I run to her. Hey, motherfucker! And I take this pan and I fucking smack him with it right across the face.
All right, hit with all you've got.
Here we go.
So what tags?
I'm going to use Calm in the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be overconfident for my.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm also giving you the temporary tag pan.
Pan.
So that's gonna be another +1.
So it's gonna be 1 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So +1 to your roll.
Got it. Oh, no, please don't kill the nurse.
Oh. There you go. The die rolled off the table.
7. So 8.
8. Okay. So with hit with all you've got,
Mm-hmm.
you choose one.
Okay.
You take cover or secure your position. You get them good, so that would be +1 to your damage.
Okay.
You control the collateral damage. You hold the target's attention if possible, or you gain the upper hand. Take 1 juice, which you can use to change the game.
And which one's that one again? This is
hit with all you've got.
All right. And then read the last two because I'm having a hard time.
You hold the target's attention if possible, or you gain the upper hand. Take 1 juice for the change the game roll.
You could hold aggro.
Huh. I'll gain the upper hand. So the way I run up to it is, if I'm holding a notebook, but if it was with a pan, I'd come up and I'd like kind of like do an underhand swing so I can smack it right in front of what would be its face.
Okay, so since you're overconfident, you're actually like, you got like a smirk and you got like a little flourish with the pan as you just like smack the guy. And normally you would impose a status here, and like you actually like dent the bedpan against this guy's forehead.
Okay.
But as you like take it off, this guy doesn't even look phased. He just turns to you with his jaw agape and like lets go of the woman and turns to you and goes, and like just punches you in the gut.
Okay.
So take punch 2.
Punch 2. Yeah.
To the audience, because I didn't explain this in session 0 either, there are no health points in this game. Instead, you take statuses. So these statuses could be anything from like humiliated 2 to like punch 2, and the tiers of the statuses go all the way up to 5, where they knock you unconscious, or 6, where they kill you.
Got it.
So right now you are at punch 2.
Okay.
And this figure is now just dead-eyed on you, and you actually see that this person has no pupils. It is completely wide-eyed as he's now like shuffling towards you with a good like 3 inches on you, ready to like grab you as well. Leo, what are you doing?
While he's doing that, since I had the scalpel, I'm gonna try to do some crazy shit right now.
Okay.
Where I'm going to launch the scalpel activating my adaptation, Gale Force Control, to launch that scalpel at such a high speed that I'm going to clip its Achilles heels to have it drop to the floor, like on its knees, so it can't use its legs.
Oh. Okay. Alrighty.
So I use Gale Force Control and Advanced Medical. What is it? I can't even read my own writing. Doctorate, which is like specialized in like surgery, so I know exactly what tendon to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I use Veterans Doctor's Calm, which is already 3, and I'll activate my weakness tag for Gale Force, Struggle to Calm the Weather. So it's going to be, hard for me to control truly that wind that I'm going to use it.
Okay.
So that's +2.
Okay. I'm also I'm giving you the temporary story tag Scalpel.
Nice.
But
You son of a bitch.
your status Tired One,
Yes.
I believe was it,
Yeah.
also affects your thing. So those two are going to cancel out. But that's another. So basically, you're still at +2, I believe, with
Okay.
all those numbers being
Okay.
thrown around.
Okay.
While he's getting
Come
ready,
on!
I'm in the back. Leo.
Yeah, Leo pulls out a calculator to figure out how many
Yeah.
factors are going into this roll.
I'm like, give me a second. Carry the 1. He's like, oh, why did I? Oh no, I shouldn't have.
How
cheated in
slow is this
trigonometry.
thing coming up to me?
I mean, he's lumbering towards you.
Okay.
8.
Change the game on a hit. You get juice equals power. So I'm gonna say for this, you're giving them a status,
Yeah.
and that was 2.
Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be let's see.
Oh,
Screw it.
Airbending slice.
Yeah, tendon slice 2. Your scalpel just goes through the air and slices through this guy's tendons, and he actually like stumbles to his knees. His face doesn't change at all from like the scalpel hitting his knees to his knees hitting the ground. So
And
the
I
scalpel
give-
hitting his tendons to his knees hitting
And
the
I give a
ground.
quick. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's still lumbering towards you, but of course like at a slower pace.
Okay.
Um,
At this point, how hurt am I? Like in terms of like staggering.
he gave you a good punch to the gut.
Okay, so I'm
So you-
trying to catch my breath then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So while his tendons is cut and he's still staggering slowly towards me, I'm starting to look around for another object to hit him with. And I scream to Leo, Leo, you got anything?
And I'm like, God, you always have to depend on me, don't you? I look around. Do I see anything that's I could grab and throw?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that like in the hallway, like the bedpan is like bent to crap, like it's not useful anymore. The scalpel, when you like threw it with the wind, like because you activated your weakness tag, like can't control the weather, it just went down the hallway. So no, there's nothing in arm's reach. The secretary has fled the scene.
Okay.
I still tired. I rush over there. I take off my coat and I try to wrap it around the head of this thing.
Okay. Go toe to toe.
Oh Jesus.
So what tags are you using?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm gonna use second wind on myself.
What was your second wind tag again?
Second wind. If I remember correctly, it's like it revitalizes somebody.
Oh, okay.
I
That was your
believe-
like your ranged healing thing though.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because that was part of the theme question. How else can you use your power?
That's right. You know, you got a point.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use Cruel Sun.
Alrighty.
What I'm gonna do with that, and for anybody who doesn't know, anybody who's ever watched the Seven Deadly Sins or read the manga,
Weeb.
yes. And Cruel Sun is literally I could summon like a fireball or a sphere that is as hot as the sun. But in this one, I'm not gonna make it as hot as the sun. I'm gonna wrap my robe around the guy or whatever, and at the same time, kind of heating it up to such an extent that would otherwise burn a man, like to stop them from struggling, like kind of give him like a shock. So yeah, I'll activate a Cruel Sun, and yeah, that'll be it. Actually, you know what? Also activate my weakness tag. Struggle to calm the storm.
I'm gonna say for Cruel Sun, the struggle to calm the storm would be more of it. Well, okay, no, you're actively trying not to burn this guy, so yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what is your bonus here?
0.
Okay.
Wait, before he activates it, I got a question. Can I figure out if his identity looks like the guy I've been looking for?
Like immediate glance, no, this guy looks nothing like Skid.
Okay.
This dude is like 6'3", buzz cut, fit. Like
He's just the complete opposite.
he's the complete opposite of this guy.
Got it.
So I look over. I'm like, "Are you done yet?"
It's like whatever it is you got, you better do it quick because he's getting closer.
All right. So yeah. So I book it as hard as my tired ass can go.
This figure actually, like, when their tendons get cut, they just kind of put their hands on the ground, and then with this like abnormal strength, just start crawling towards you at
Like
this
some
insane
grudge-looking
speed.
thing
like
going
a
down the
grunge is
stairs.
just-
Okay. So what I do is like, okay. So I run at it and I jump it and I shit. What, do I know? Is that a judo move? I don't know. I try to like get on top of it. Like here's the thing. So I go and I grab it, turn it around, and get on top of it.
Okay.
While putting my hands to the side of his face near his temple.
Okay.
To start heating up.
Sounds fantastic. I just want everyone to know that Bravo like actually stood up and moved his microphone to demonstrate that to us.
Yes. We need cameras, please. All right, here we go. 7. God, I am not getting any.
Well, wait. 7 plus what?
No, that's it.
Oh, just 7?
Yeah, because I activated one tag and I used my weakness to use it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that's go toe to toe. So choose one. You managed to achieve your goal. Actually, no. This is you harming them. So hit with all you've got. So take cover, hit them harder, control the collateral damage, hold the target's attention, or take 1 juice. Which do you do?
Collateral damage.
Okay.
No, control collateral damage. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you rush up and you throw this coat over this figure's head, and like the coat immediately starts to like warm up as you channel your cruel sun under its fabric, and you're like cooking this person's head under this coat. And you give them the status. Let's see, what's the opposite of a brain freeze?
Brain melt.
Yeah, give them the stats. Brain melt 1. And
shit, it's hot in here.
Yeah, and with that, this as you're like cooking this person's like head, you're holding it down, and this person is like struggling under you, and you're basically almost like on a bucking bronco, and then like as it like as like the fabric is about to catch flame, this figure just stops and then collapses under you.
And I'm like, go to sleep, go to sleep.
And I start putting my I catch my wind and I start getting up, and I start moving towards the creature to see what's happening as it's like stopped moving.
As he gets there, I quickly I take my hands off heating burning his head, and I quickly unwrap to check if he's still alive. Do I have to roll for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so what I use is advanced medical doctorate. To truly see, not only check his vitals, but to see if he's still breathing or alive or conscious.
Yeah.
Shit, sleepless night. Fuck it. Let's level these up. So +0.
I'm gonna say
Give
no
me
on the
one.
sleepless nights, just because this is a very waking up situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then +1 then. Damn, oh my god. 4.
Yeah. So you go to see if this figure is still alive or dead, and as you open the coat, you see that this figure's head is like a little bit crispy. Their hair is a little bit inflamed, and immediately as you open the coat, this figure turns to you and goes "Ah!" and just grabs you and brings you down and just bites into your arm.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. And as it's just like showing, as its jaw is just breaking into your arm with a strength that you don't even think a person can like bite with.
This is medically inaccurate.
Yeah. Take bite 2.
And as he's doing that, I kind of look at him like, well, we're waiting.
And I get up and I start running towards him, or I'm near I take my whiskey bottle that I had on me, and I shatter it, and I want to stab the creature with it.
Wait, you just carry around an empty whiskey bottle with you, or is it like a full like whiskey bottle?
No, it's like a half empty. Like I've clearly been down in it.
Okay, that's fair. You did foreshadow that in the beginning.
I clearly been drinking.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
But because of that, I'm having you do your weakness tag drunk.
Got it.
Oh, God.
I'm going to also entitle Calm in the Storm.
Okay. So what's your bonus here?
So 1 and 1, so 0, so there's nothing.
Well, +1 with the broken glass.
So 1.
Yeah, so 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to stab it right in its pupilless eyes.
Go for it.
Oh, 4. So 5.
You want your dice?
Maybe the cops aren't on my side today.
You want your dice? Sometimes, it's that bad luck. Like, dices are dead.
So I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You don't do it.
So you go to stab this figure who just has their head is almost on fire as they're biting into your friend. And as you go to stab him with the glass, the figure lurches and you stab into your friend. So your power there was 1, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So Bravo, you have a status under your bitten status. So you're bitten 2, correct?
Yeah, bitten 2.
Yeah, and that was stabbed 1. So basically, you're still at bitten 2, but you have 1 pip under that.
Got it.
So if he stabs you again,
All right.
you'll go to
Hemorrhaging 3.
hemorrhaging 3. Yes.
All right. You know what? I'm pissed at this point.
I'm like, oh, what are the odds?
I'm gonna go for hit with all I've got. I'm gonna activate boxing and mean right hook.
Okay.
Before he does that, as I'm screaming, this is supposed to be a normal Tuesday.
Yeah, this is basically a hobo fight at this point because we got 2 people on the ground. One is biting into the other. You just tried to stab him with a whiskey bottle and stab the other guy instead.
Where is he biting me, on my left shoulder?
Yes.
On my left shoulder. I'm grabbing him with my left hand, trying to struggle with him. I put my right hand under him and release a gust of gale force, trying to, I guess, push him up to try to get him into a perfect 90-degree position so we can nail him. So I'm gonna activate.
You know what? I'm gonna say just to simplify things, I think that's just giving him a help point.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay, we can do the move, but that means that you have an opportunity to fuck up here.
Well, I like to live dangerously.
Okay, fair enough.
But you know what? I'm gonna give him that help move because you're the MC and I don't know what's going on in that head of yours. So I'm gonna give him the help move.
All right.
So what do I do?
So you're getting +1 from Dr. Castillo. Castillo?
Castillo. Just call me Castillo.
Castillo. Dr. Castillo.
Just call me Doctor.
Why don't you call him Just call him Leo.
All right. Hit with all you've got, my friend.
All right.
Come on, baby. Come
so
on.
I got +2, and
Yep.
I got 3 now, right?
1. So
Yeah.
+3, yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh,
Nice.
boy.
So, hit with all you got. Choose one. Take cover. You get them goods. That's going to be another +1. Control the collateral damage. You hold the target's attention, or take 1 juice.
What do you think?
Well, I'm currently being bitten on by what seems to be a freak. So I think I'd probably go with get him good.
Get him good? I'll go with get him good.
Okay, so that means you're hitting him with a 4 status. So you rush forward and you go to punch this person whose head has been cooked up by your friend, and your fist just goes through his skull.
Holy shit!
Your knuckles break his skull, and your fist just goes into this extremely gray putrid brain, and this figure just unclenches their jaw and falls to the ground.
Oh god, I got putrid pus on my face.
I pull my arm out. I go, motherfucker, dude. Just wiping whatever that shit is off of me.
And then I give him a quick snarky remark. Oh yeah, poor you. As I'm like, ah.
He's like, fuck. He's like, what can I do? What can I do, Leo?
Yeah, there's currently broken glass on the floor, and a scalpel here, and a bent pan there, and
giant head corpse in the ground.
And I'm like, oh man, I feel so bad for Maria. She's gonna have to clean this up in a couple of minutes.
You still got that beer bottle in you, right?
Yeah, I know.
Turn around. I go for it and I rip it right
And
out.
I obviously don't pull it out.
I just do it either way just because I'm stubborn. I just rip it out.
So I don't know if I should be telling you, MC, but medically I start hemorrhaging really bad. So I don't know if you want to give me something or, but yes, I start hemorrhaging.
Leo, where do you want me to take you?
I first look at you like, you son of a bitch. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise.
Where's
Where's the nearest empty room?
I'm gonna say with the rough pulling out of the bottle, you are now up to hemorrhaging 3.
Oh, motherfucker.
So yeah, so erase bitten 2 and the stabbed 1 and all that. You're now at just hemorrhaging 3.
I swear to God, if I die in the first 58 minutes of this goddamn campaign, man.
If it makes you feel better, I took a big old hook to the chest.
Oh, boy, you practically tag teamed the goddamn guy. I tell him, all right, we're not that far from the operating room that we were just in. Pick me up and hurry me into the operating room.
The operating room with the 2 assistants currently sewing up a dude's chest.
Yes, because they're about to get a crash course in...
Okay, so I put his arm over my arm and I drag him.
Okay. And I think that's sort of a great image of just like you guys have just fought this weird, unearthly figure, and you drape your friend's friend, associate, coworker.
Right now we'll just consider each other associates.
Yeah.
So your associate arm over your shoulder as you drag him down the hallway.
And I kick the door open, and I
go for it. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say as we get to the operating room, I kick the door open, and right now you're saying there's 2 nurses and
yeah, there's just 2 nurses and a body currently being sewn up.
All right, and I just carry him to like the other side of the room where like the body is, and I'm like, I need one of you to help me now.
And you scream that, and the camera pans down through the floor.
We have a camera?
Yeah. let me have my narrative moment.
Go ahead.
As you scream that, the camera pans down through the floor, down another floor, and into the underground parking garage, to the car you investigated earlier, and the headlights turn on.